And we live, baby. We is live. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. The Family Talk. Let's discuss it, man. Hey, it's a two-man show today, y'all. Y'all gonna see what it is with just these two fellas on the show today. You got your boy the CEO, B. Then you got Jody. I
I
don't
don't
know.
get tired.
Oh, okay. Got Kevin Gates on today. You got Mr.
Oh man.
Hendricks on today. But hey man, Mr. Hendricks, man, how you doing this morning?
You know what? I'm a little tired, but you know what I'm saying? I was able to get me my breakfast sandwich this morning, so it make everything a little bit better.
Man, listen, I ain't been able to get no food in me yet because
Oh man. Sam
man,
ain't Sam ain't ran to the store yet?
nah, Sam ain't ran to the store yet. Usually she go to Starbucks or something, man. But I guess we ain't getting no Starbucks this morning on no
Bro,
scooters. We ain't getting none of that this morning, so I got to rock out after I get off. So, but it's all gravy. It's all gravy. We're gonna set in a little bit, let some people join us real quick.
but I see you got the fresh cut.
Yeah, man, I got it when I went to Virginia, man. So I had it last week. I just had a hat on
I
my
see I
head.
see the boy with the fresh cut. Look at that.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
my boy looking fresh today.
yeah. I just didn't feel like putting on no hat this morning. I just went and hit my little curls up and,
Oh, I hear
and
it with that sponge breast.
hit it
Oh,
with the sponge brush real quick. You
all right,
know,
hot boy summer.
hey, it's hot for summer year round for me. I don't know why people wait till the summer. We could do it in the winter, the fall, the
Cause
spring.
you can't be outside in South Dakota in the winter.
Man, you can't. However, we do. we
Y'all
do.
some, cause y'all brave. Y'all some
Yeah,
brave.
we got brave souls around here. But yeah, man, Coach A's supposed to be back. He had a phone call.
Oh, all right, all right.
All right, let's see if we can get some more people to ride up in on us, pull up on us.
Yeah. Oh, I was about to say. Oh yeah, Cree in New York hanging out.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Cree. She in New York. I think she went to a wedding. She going to a wedding.
Oh yeah. I think it was like
Yeah,
her sister. I think it was her sister or cousin wedding or something like that.
somebody. Yeah, yeah. She had a
Or
wedding.
something
So
about it.
shout out to Cree. Shout out to not your average chef Jimbo. Shout out to
I
Nick and Nate. I
I
don't know
did
where
him.
Telly at, but shout out to Telly too.
We should call him. Like, what you doing?
We can call him right after we get get going here. We'll call him. We'll put him live on the air. What's going on with you, brother? Live
Make sure
on the air.
make sure you all right. But how was your night, man? You know.
And the night was fantastic. I ain't do nothing but play some video games and went to sleep, man.
Okay.
I went to sleep. That's all. Wasn't nothing too major. I know I got to get up early to be here, so
Oh,
it ain't
y'all all
nothing.
packed up and moved in at the new crib.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. We still got a few boxes. And those few boxes ain't nothing but our decor, so we just got to put some stuff on the wall
Is it a
and
clock
stuff
in that
like that.
decor?
Bruh, no. You in this clock. No, it's no clock. You in this clock. There are no clocks in this decor.
Here go Dapper Dan.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go.
What's happening?
I love
What's up, Coach? What's going on?
Chilling, man. Getting ready to head out about 45 minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, we was kind of waiting on you, but you got a delay on your sound.
Yeah. iPad, so.
Oh, I got you. Oh, I got you. Well, listen, let's do it. Let's just jump right into it, man. This family talk. I got Coach A pulling up on us. Y'all know we got to do the mental health checks. You know what I'm saying? So, Jody, I don't never get tired. Hendricks, how your mental health going today, bro?
I'm gonna say, it's a 9 because I got my breakfast sandwich. But once I finish this and lay down and get a little nap, I'm gonna be at 10.
Okay. Okay, I feel you. I feel you. Coach, where you at 1 to 10? We know you at an event today, so how your mental health going into that event today?
I'm at a 10.
That's what's up.
That's what's up.
Cool. Coach is at a 10 today, and your boy, I'm at a 10 too. I'm a little bit tired, but even though when I'm tired, I'm still at a 10. I'm still at a 10, and I'm up and moving, and I'm up and functional. I'm able to see, breathe, hear, smell, and touch. And if we can be at least that, I am great. I am great. So we got a locked show for y'all today, man. We got a locked show, so y'all keep it locked. We're gonna roll out through this intro real quick. We'll be back. I don't know if Coach got news or not. He might got a little something for us today. I don't know. We're gonna find out what we get. He's shaking his head.
He's shaking his head. Standing up, sit your butt down.
Hey man, we'll be right back.
Good. Tell them I ain't mad, they ain't no. You know I ain't mad if you love it. Can't nobody ever take this moment from me. So nigga, while I got it, the fuck it, it's all good. It's all good.
Jimmy, do you not know that dumping the ball off to your big man gets him and motivates him?
I don't want no smoke over there. I heard her cut somebody out in traffic. I don't want no problem with that.
For real. I'm like, no part
I don't
of
want
that.
no problem with that.
We back. Good morning. Family talk. Let's discuss it. Coach was shaking his head that he ain't got nothing for us today. But if you standing up, sit your butt down. I just like that line.
Sit your butt down. You know. So how's everybody doing? The only news is my daughter's graduating a marine biologist. I'm up here in Maine.
Ooh, that's what's up.
Yeah, she actually just landed a job at Moat Marine too. So I know she's real excited about that.
In Florida?
In Florida, yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so she's back, but we had to come back up here for her graduation, commencement, and all that good stuff.
Well, congratulations.
Unfortunately, I was the only one can make it from, me and my wife couldn't make it, and so, but her mom and her grandparents on the mother's side, and a lot of them is there. So I'm the only one representing my side of the family, but it's all good. I'm the daddy. That's what we do.
That's what we do. We show up. We show up to turn out.
Exactly.
So
all right, super dad.
Yeah, congratulations to your daughter.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Coach's daughter becoming a marine biologist, right?
Yep.
That's what's up. Hey, man. That's a lot of learning. That's a lot of learning. That's what's up. Hey, man, let's jump right into it while we got Coach here. Let's do it.
Oh, so our hot topic this week is federal judge rules against mask mandate on airlines. So basically they're saying that they tired of fighting with people to wear their mask on airplanes. So they said, man, we done with it. I think it's about damn time, because it's like literally, you know how the Karens and Kens been for the last about year and a half, 2 years with this mask.
Yeah.
So it's just like you tell people I ain't got to wear a mask to the store. I ain't got to wear a mask to the airport. And now all of a sudden I get on this airplane. Now y'all harass me about this mask. And then they doing nothing but causing more problems. The airline's already short-staffed. These people are already aggravated. They don't want to be here. The last thing they want to be doing is harassing somebody about a damn mask. So honestly, I agree with it. You know what I'm saying? At this point, I'm in the place where it's like, you know what? If you don't want to wear a mask, don't. I feel like this. If you want to put one on, put one on. You more than welcome to. But if you don't. I think it's time to just kind of let it go. To be honest.
That's my stance on it as well. If you want to wear a mask, then wear a mask. You know what I'm saying? Wear a mask, put a mask on. I was just flying a couple weeks ago when I was flying to Florida and going to Virginia. And people in there was either half wearing the mask, wasn't wearing the mask at all. You had people that was wearing the mask. I wore my mask because that's what they said we had to do. I'm kind of relieved that, you know, they lifted the mandate. I'm kind of relieved that they lifted the mandate, because even with flying with a 3-year-old, it's hard for him to keep his mask on because he doesn't wear it regularly. So I think it's good that they lifted the mask mandate. Of course, it's still optional if you want to wear your mask to protect yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Go ahead and wear your mask. But I'm kind of relieved. Coach, I know you had to fly. So did you have to wear your mask when you was flying?
No, nobody had a mask on. And actually, I forgot all about that. So when I showed up, I didn't have a mask at all. So, and it was just everything. It was just regular. You know, see, the plane was full. Every seat was full. There was kids on there, and maybe 1 or 2 people had a mask on, but about 90% was no mask. And I agree with you guys. I mean, we're progressing. The whole object is to progress. So, you know, everybody, they took the precautions that they're going to take and implemented the medicine or vaccines that they're going to implement in continuation. So there's, you know, we got to show progression at some point. So I agree with you guys.
Absolutely. Coach said something.
No, I was just saying we ain't gonna, you know, wear a mask the rest of our lives. We got to come out of it sooner or later. We gotta know who. We got to be able to see who ugly and who not.
Hey, listen. That whole put on the mask thing had a lot of ugly people feeling good, boy. Like, you can only see the top half of my face, and you know you can't really tell by the eyes. You got to see at least the nose and the upper lip to be considered a good looking person. But ugly people are going to be coming back out. Let's just say that ugly people will be coming back out. But let's not call them ugly people. We are all fine people in God's eyes. We are all fine.
I'll know.
Oh my God!
Hey, everybody ugly to somebody, so it ain't no slight at nobody. So you're not everybody's styles. So that's just how it is.
That's
true.
I
feel sorry for the people that, you know, you done spent all this time talking to this person and getting to know them, and then finally they come about their mask and you're like, oh, that ain't what I thought. You know, I ain't know you was missing that many teeth, or, you know, whatever the situation is. What you gonna do then?
You go back to doing what you was doing before.
You speak from bad experience, my brother?
No, sir. I'm married, so I feel sorry for the single people.
I got my bag going, so
exactly.
Hey, we just got somebody else pulling up on us. Zen.
Hey, how are you doing?
I am fantastic. How are you doing today?
I'm great. I'm awesome.
Good. I'm so happy you pulled up on us today and talk with us a little bit. Before we jump into anything, what we like to do here at Family Talk, we like to get everybody mental health. So you just jumped up on us. We want to see what your mental health is, 1 to 10, and then we can jump right into it and get into some conversation. So what's that mental health 1 to 10? How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling a little sleepy, but mentally I'm feeling a 10. A 10. Yeah.
That's what's up. That's what we like to hear around here. We like to be 10s around here. So perfect. Ms. Zen jumped in on the conversation with us. Mr. CM. Let's roll ahead and roll on to the next topic.
Our first topic. Should we better people around us or let them stay where they're at?
That's a great question. Question.
So I will go with that. I have a podcast, Synergy, and the whole purpose of Synergy is the urge for more peace and fulfillment in life. It's a self-development podcast.
Okay.
So I also have guided journals that I release. So I feel that if your vibration is super high, then generally people around you will be impacted. They can't help but be impacted because we are impacted. We're influenced all the time by everything around us. Mm-hmm. You know, if you walk into a room and it's tense, even if the people have left, you're going to feel some kind of way. There's nobody even in there, but you're going to feel some kind of way. You might even leave and be like, what went on in there? I don't know, but I don't even want to be in there. So I feel like if your vibration is super high, you're going to influence people, period. You're going to impact your circle. It's a ripple effect. So I feel it's our job to be at the highest level we can be. And therefore, our circle is influenced to move up or out. Because if people feel really uncomfortable around you, they're going to remove themselves, just like that room I just mentioned. They're going to be like, man, she always so peppy. I don't like that. So, or they're going to be like, man, she's so peppy. I want to be around her more. I want some of that to rub off on me. So to me, it's all about realizing that we're here. I feel that we're here to make a difference. So if we're here to make a difference, it doesn't always have to be what you say. It can be just your words. I mean, it can't be just your actions, your lifestyle. Because a lot of people, I used to hear this when I was in the church. I'm not really in the church anymore. You're the only Bible some people will ever read. And that basically means that your lifestyle, your behavior, your standards can actually be a Bible to people. It can be, a guide to life. It can be a moral standard. So to me, everybody should be making everybody better. And it doesn't have to be by intentionally going out to try to fix people or change people. It can be just by being who you are so that the people in your circle are given that inspiration.
Got you. Hey, Coach, what you got on it, brother?
All right. So I want you to imagine taking a trip, right? You're in a car and it takes about maybe 5 or 6 hours to get to this destination, right? So obviously you have to have fuel to get there. From point A, from where you are now to where you need to go, you got to have fuel. So that means you have to stop at all these different, at some point in time, and get some fuel to continue in order to make that trip successful. You have to realize that the people in your lives are like fuel stops. And so if you don't surround yourself around the right people, they're going to in turn drain the fuel from you. And so now there are certain people that reach the level where they're self-fueling and they're able to move past that. And that's what some of the things she was talking about, is that sometimes you're become the fueling station for other people and yourself. And so no matter what, you're going to make it to that destination. Everybody is not that strong. And so people will begin to drain your fuel to the point where you're no longer on that destination. And I can use Miss Zen, right?
Yes.
I'll give you a prime example. You said you're no longer in the church. So at some point in time, you was being drained. You was on a destination by going to the church, and at some point in time, from where you are today, from where you came from, you was drained. And so you no longer are at that destination. And so that's why it's important that in order for us to be successful, you have to be surrounded around like-minded people and people that's going to continue to push you up. Because just like you said, we're influenced by everybody else. There's nothing we can do about it. That's how we're created. Ever since we was put on this earth, we observe and we learn from other people. That's just how our brains work. So we have to, by understanding that, we have to make sure we surround ourselves around the right people. Otherwise, we'll taper off. Our destination will stop. If you don't put enough fuel in your car, we know that you will never make it to where you're trying to go. So if you don't put the right people in place, then you will not be successful. It's just impossible. Nobody can do it on their own. So therefore, you got to pick and choose who you surround yourself around. Now, there are certain people that you're there to help, but, and at the same time, but if they become draining, then you're going to have to step away from them, or at least make sure you have enough people that's pushing you to overcome those people that's not. So, yeah, it's very important.
I'm down with that, Coach. I'm down with that. Hendrix.
What's up?
What's your thoughts, man?
My boy 50 said something a long time ago. He said that you only as good as the lowest person in your group, right? So if you consistently hang around people that aren't trying to do better, right, you're gonna get stuck in a trance. It is simply birds of a feather flock together. I don't care how motivated you are. If you hang around lazy people, you know what I'm saying, you will pick up habits. We don't.
Laziness will rub off.
I don't think a lot of people understand the power of a habit. You know what I'm saying? Like so when you get so the question was should we better people around us or let them stay where they at? The thing is, let them stay where they at. Because I'm gonna move around you. Because it's like if you don't put yourself around people who are trying to move forward with life, even it's the littlest steps, it's like then you're gonna be in that same place. And then what happens is you sitting around mad and depressed and you hate life, but it's like it's your fault that you mad with yourself because you not putting yourself in a position to succeed. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you hang around people who smoke weed all day, you eventually gonna end up with a blunt in your mouth. If you hang around people who play video games all day, you pretty much gonna become the same person. You know what I'm saying? It's not very often do we see people like all my friends are bums, but I'm the most successful one. Then at that point, you just want somebody to shit on, and then that still ain't a good look on you. So yeah, I'm for real. I've seen people do it. I've seen people hang out with people, and like you want to be the most successful friend in your group, and it's just like, but how far is you gonna go in your success when none of your friends? Because we all get ideas from each other. If you can't have a conversation with your peers and bounce ideas off of them, you know what I'm saying? Then what the hell is the point? Like Coach A gave me a great idea a long time ago. He was like, when you posting crazy stuff, post it and then put the podcast in the caption. And that's like I've been doing that and throwing it on my story for a while. But it's like when you hang around people that don't think about progressive, then you not gonna be that. So for me, it's like, yeah, I'll let them stay where they at because I'm gonna move around you. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't gotta have a lot to be around me, but you gotta be focused on something moving forward. And if you can't be at least focused on something moving forward, then we ain't got no point of communicating at a certain point. Like I kick it with you on the weekends, like my 2 free days, Saturday and Sunday. I come hang out with you, do whatever. But come Monday through Friday, I'm on my ish.
Grind.
I'm on my grind. I'll holler at you on my next free day.
Yeah, I agree to everything that y'all said. One thing I want to throw out because Jody did mention, do you let them stay where they at? And I say yes, and the reason I say yes is because one thing I've learned growing up is that people come through your lives through seasons. You know what I'm saying? Certain people are just there for that particular season. Yeah. And once you've progressed and gone past that season, you got to leave that person where they at. There's numerous people that I know that I thought were my homies, my dogs, my brothers that I thought was going to be walking this walk with me all of life. And some of those, 80% of those people I don't even talk to no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's my major point that I want to put in. Some certain people are going to be in your lives for season. You got to leave them where you at, especially if you're trying to get the way you're trying to go, especially if you're on a journey, a spiritual journey, especially if you're on a spiritual journey and God's leading you somewhere and God ain't asking you to put that person on your back and bring them along with you. He wants you to do what he's asking you to do, and you got to maneuver a different way. So I get there. I agree with all y'all saying. Everything y'all saying. Ain't no disagreement here. But yeah, people in your lives for seasons. So that's my thing. You did. So let's keep it locked, CM. That was great. Let's keep it locked.
All right. Well, the next question kind of fits that same bill. So does it matter who you surround yourself with, or do you accept all people and their paths?
I think we just talked about that a little bit about surrounding ourselves with people that motivate us and are an intricate part in our lives. I think it's very important that you surround yourself with people that's positive, people that's not always in the negative. We have people around here that walk and talk negatively all the time. I think it's very, very important that you surround yourself with some good-minded people. Now, do we accept all people? You don't have to accept all people, but you are asked to love people. And then nothing said that you had to accept them, but you can love people. Everybody has a different path that they walk. You know what I'm saying? Everybody have a different path that they walk. You're not going to agree to a certain person's path. You're not going to even accept what a person does. To love a person, yes, you can love a person, pray for a person, and all that type stuff, but you don't necessarily have to accept that person. I like to say that I'm a people person, so in my life, I like to meet new people. I like to surround myself with people with good energy. This Zen, it's our first time meeting you today. You know what I'm saying? I like meeting new people. You know what I mean? But on the flip side of that, if you ain't meaning nothing to me in my life, you dig what I'm saying? I gotta check out the deuce. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But that's my explanation on it. I think, like I said, I think you should be able to love everybody, be able to care for people, pray for people. Do you have to accept them? I don't think you have to accept them. No.
I agree with you. I think there's a difference between networking and connecting and surrounding yourself with people. My circle is super small, and I don't let many people close to me. Because number one, if you're going to have a person close to you, to me, you need to be willing to invest in that person. And as Coach A said, your fuel, how much time, energy, effort are you going to put in that person? So I keep my circle small because I want to always feel like I am fueling that person's fueling me. But I also am open to interact with a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds, because you never know who you're going to meet, who's going to have the next idea, the next step, the next connection. So being in business, you have to not surround yourself, but you have to be in the mix. You have to always be, networking, making connections, seeing who's doing what, staying abreast of what's going on. To me, that's different than having those people in your circle. I think you have different circles, the inner circle and the outer circle. So I think that you should have a whole lot of people in your outer circle to where you can network and gain from them. They can gain from you. You can see what's going on. And then that inner circle is very, very small and very tight, where you're protecting your energy and you're protecting that, just that space where you're intimate and open. So to me, those are two different things.
Got you. Run it off, coach.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, and I agree. And just to simplify what she's saying is everybody else is customers. So just think, if there's no negative people out there, then a therapist wouldn't really have a job. So they have to be surrounded around a bunch of negative people. So everybody else is customers. But however, when you, like she said, when it comes to somebody that's fueling you and you fueling them, you have to be real particular. And I'll give you a way to help is that you got to have a purpose. If you don't, you got to have a destination. If you don't know what your purpose or your destination is, then you can surround yourself around anybody and you'll never get there because you don't know where you're going. But once you have something in place where you know where you're heading, that helps you to be able to decipher between on what side. Is this a customer? Is this because I like to coach people. So sometimes I'm looking for negative people, not to be around negative things, because I really don't like negative people, but in the sense that I like to help. But when it comes to my own personal life and getting to my soul, I share that with certain people. And so that's the difference, and being able to know the difference between the two. You can't just you can't just open up to everybody and anybody and allow them to speak into your life or, help you, because they don't know, but it's important to have somebody, because you don't know everything. We don't know everything. So we got to be able to talk to somebody and get some information for sure. So I agree with everything that, we all said. We can't, you have to pick and choose. That's just how it is when it comes to, who's going to speak and fuel your life, where you're going. So that's my take on it, for sure.
Well, Jody, what's your take, bro?
I mean, I'm basically agreeing with every y'all said.
Hey, let me cut something over. Usually we don't all agree, so this feels kind of weird today. This is feeling kind of weird today.
It is a little weird, what I'm saying? I ain't want to cuss Coach A out not one bit today. Hopefully he stick around for the third topic so I can at least cuss at him one time.
Hey, but listen though, hold on, but real quick though, I want y'all to think about this. So when you talk about connecting with people, right? it has to be, you connecting with them mentally. It has to be a direction, because some people, like for instance, Jody, sometimes me and Jody have different thinking. We're linked, we influence each other, but we're heart-wise, we're linked because we had the same direction, the same mindset, we out, you know, the same goals. But as far as ideas, his ideas sometimes is way to the left of mine. And and quite honestly, we wouldn't even, huh?
I said that's okay, because sometimes I be
wanting to and see, just like you were saying, like he like I ain't had to cuss Coach A out. Like how can two people be connected that be thinking about cussing each other out?
Because we go in the same direction. The goal is the same. Both of them. And to the question, it's always a matter who you surround yourself with. And this goes back to, you know what I'm saying, the old folks saying, you know, we all grew up and every single one of our parents would be like, hey, I don't like that one friend. I don't like them two friends. I don't like them brothers. Because your parents know, you know what I'm saying? You can be a great kid. And you know what I'm saying? A great kid to do nothing wrong, but you hanging out with the wrong person, you can get yourself caught up in the middle of something stupid. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it does matter who you decide to hang out with. But like Zen said, is you have your inner circle, and then you have that bigger outer circle. So you have, like, I like to call friends, and then you got your associates. You know what I'm saying? You got people who know, you know what I'm saying, 75, 80% of your life, and you got people that know 10, 15 to 20% of your life. And those are the people you network with, those people who really don't know you, but you keep your circle close. And so it does matter who you hang out with, because when you hang out with somebody, you're not taking on just their energy, you're taking on the energy of the people they hang out with. So if I know you and I know you hang out with some bums, I know that you potentially gonna come back with some bum mentality stuff over here. So it's kind of like, I tend to just, you know, keep an arm's length. You know what I'm saying? And it also, like, make sure you keep your life private. You know what I'm saying? Like, we joke a lot, but like, we all keep our life private. Like, I don't post nothing personal on social media, never, because first of all, it's none of y'all damn business. You know. Second of all, that's keeping people, trying to keep people that inner circle, because literally, bro, sometimes people just want to be in your inner circle because they nosy as shit. That's fact. Some people just nosy as hell. Like, I'm gonna tell you how nosy people is, right? So, and I know this kind of petty, but it's something that struck me as funny. The other day, when I was with my girl Bree, shout out my girl Bree, you know what I'm saying? She posted a flyer with me and her picture on it. Normally, I get about 50, 60 people that watch my Facebook story and my Instagram story. When I posted
dope flyer, by the way, dope flyer.
Thank you. When I posted that flyer, I had 447 people watch that story, and I say, well, I be damned. Wait just a gab flap minute here. What? Wow, where all these people come from? I said, see, look at y'all being nosy. Y'all thought I had them posted a picture of some me and some female up here. No, it's a podcast link. It's a flyer. Touch your nose, little nosy asses. Like,
well, you gotta also look at some of the people that are nosy. Some people are set out to destroy. They don't know it. They don't know that they are. But some people are set out to destroy. Some people don't like good vibes and stuff like that, and those are the ones that are set out to destroy.
And those are the people that you keep on that very outer circle, because I don't need you close to me. I don't need you in my business, because your mission is to set out and destroy. So with that being said, it does matter who you hang out with. It does matter who you're around. It does matter what they got going on. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it's not so much as like, you can take away from your energy, your peace, your time, your money. And these are all things that are very important to us. But at the end of the day, like our parents used to tell us, I don't want to be hanging out with nobody that gets you in trouble. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had that happen to me one time, riding around, got pulled over, and as the cop walking up to the window, this fool talking about, I got weed in the car. What? Like, that was the first and last time I ever had that happen. Like, after that, I was done, because like, that's not my thing, and that's yours. And you got me caught up in some mess just being around you. So it's very important who you hang.
Hey, I just want to say, and some people, Jody, they might have just been looking at the girl because she was pretty and you was ugly. They didn't care nothing about you.
I'm sure they had a little bit to do with it.
I won't doubt that. I won't doubt that at all. But I felt like most of it was just like he don't never post no picture with no chick. So who this chick that he posting a picture with? Cause I ain't even gonna hold you. I got a text message that was like, oh, so this what we doing? I like, you so busy being mad. Did you even look at the picture for more than 2 seconds? You see it was a whole flyer for a show. Like my touch your nose, little nose.
Hey, Jody, if they watch the show, they'll know that girl is married.
Hey, right.
Married.
If you've been watching the page, you would have known like that my girl. She been on Tuesdays with her hanging out. So touch your nose, little nosy.
Exactly.
Well, I wanted to say something about sharing your life. You know, I'm a poet. I'm a writer. So we mine our lives. We are extremely transparent about a lot of things, not everything, but a lot of things. Most writers use their lives as their fuel, as we've been talking about. So I think for some people, you have to decide what you're going to share and what you feel is part of your story that you want people to know, your journey, for them to come close to you, for them to see you as authentic and transparent, and also for you to teach the lessons that I feel, you might be here to teach, So I actually wrote a memoir. This is my memoir, Plenty of Guppies and Other Dating Misadventures. It's actually been on the bestsellers list 72 days. So yeah, so it's the last 7 years of my life. It's very, very transparent. It's pretty raw. I mean, I don't put everything in there because, of course, the book would be, like this big. But I put a lot of my life in there because sometimes, for me as a writer, we make sense of the world through sharing our experiences, and that's one way that we bring closure to what we've gone through, and we get the lesson. So everybody doesn't need that, but I personally do. So I share a whole lot of my life, not everything, but a lot.
Sometimes when I share things, but I'm kind of cherry pick what I want to share, what I don't want to share. Sometimes if I feel like I'm moved to say something to somebody to help them understand something or to help them get through something, then I would use myself as an example. I can't use nothing else. I can only use myself as an example. So when it comes to sharing the life thing, I kind of cherry pick on what I want to share about or what I don't want to share about. Or if I'm talking to my kids about something, I even cherry pick and tell them certain things. Hey, this is what I went through. This is how I handled the situation. You're going through the same thing. So poets and writers, they do that a lot. They write about their own lives to express and to help the opposition. So I totally agree with Zen said, but for me, myself, I cherry pick. So everything's not out there, but if I'm moved or I feel something in my spirit to say something that I've gone through to help somebody out or to explain a situation, I'll definitely speak on it.
And he do. He sometimes just want to like somebody daddy.
I don't listen. I don't express some things to Jody that I haven't told certain people, but I express some things so he can better understand the way I move. You know what I mean? So there's some things Jody, certain things I probably shouldn't have told Jody because Jody won't be able to go out there and shoot people.
Listen, and one big thing is talking. Not everybody gets the same version of everybody. So when somebody talking to you, that's them talking to you. You know what I'm saying? You keep that to yourself. Like talking to, you know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody to share. And so, like I said, Brandon, CEO done confided in me, and I told he told me some things that had me heated, and I was like, I'm ready to pull up. Ready to pull up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's the whole purpose that you surround yourself with good people, because it's like let me interject a little bit of my personal life to get you to kind of understand a point that I'm trying to get you to make. You know what I'm saying? Because as adults, we're always trying to help somebody, but at the same time, we're not trying to demean anybody. So that's what it is to kind of have good people around you. And same thing with Coach, even though he be sounding like your damn guidance counselor sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Sounding like a guidance counselor, looking like a preacher today.
Hey, Coach A be that guidance counselor. Like, let me ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? Right? When you did that, what did you think your actions were going to be after you did what you did? Because for me, it don't seem like you didn't really think about your actions. And so let me tell you what, hold on. Let me break out my Bible. So in the book of this Coach A that type. Coach A might break out the Bible in the guidance counselor office.
What you got on that, Coach?
His mic mute.
Put my mic on. That's right. He right. That's how you got to do it, man. That's how you got to do it. But you know, for every, I'll back it up to every thought. You know what I'm saying? If you're not controlling your thinking, then eventually it's going to seep and try to take form in a form of action. So, you know, I'm just real cautious about those things. And when I read people and behavior, you know, I try to figure out, you know, where that root came from. You know, and once you find out where the root of all these actions come from, it can help you. You know, it can help you either stop something you don't want to do anymore, or it can help you progress and improve where you want to improve or become even more successful. So it's important, man, for sure.
True that.
Absolutely. Well, I think that one, man. Let's hit this third one. I think you might get a little action on this third one.
Oh Lord, here we go. So is child support actually a good move, and who does it really help? So I'm gonna go.
It's supposed to help.
I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna go first.
What do you think?
I'm gonna tell you some of the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my life one time, right? And that's what made me do this. This lady, right, said that I put my baby daddy on child support because I wanted him to be there for his daughter. And I'm like, that's dumb as shit, but okay. As of right now, I believe dude is like $8,000 behind child support. And he recently just got his license suspended because he couldn't keep up with the payments. So I come back to her and I'm like, let me ask you a question. You want this man to be in your life, right? She's like, yeah. You'll be in your daughter's life, right? Yeah. Okay, so how is him having his license suspended and him driving to work every day still so he can make the payments? And like, how is putting an extra financial strain on him making him be in his daughter's life? It's not making him resent you. And, you know, he's making him resent you and your daughter. You're pushing him further away by putting this extra financial strain on his life. Like, it's not helping anybody. You know what I'm saying? If he can come through, he can come through. If he can't, he can't. But it's like, you have a new man who's got, you know, 2 jobs. You have 2 jobs. So as of right now, you two, between you and your new dude, right, can financially support y'all 2 kids together. Like your kids and your daughter. So I don't understand this need to put your baby daddy on child support. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And I get child support is supposed to help the child 1,000%. And there are certain cases where dudes out there making 6-7 figures and want to give the baby mama $500 a month for child support. Like, no, the purpose of child support is so the child can live the same certain lifestyle that the parent who's making the most money is living. Understand this. Child support is just not for mothers. Fathers can get child support too, right? So it's supposed to help the kid, you know, live a certain lifestyle, because you can't have one parent living on Section 8 and one parent making 7 figures and then be like, oh, I'll give her $500. Nah, bro, that's not how that works. That's not how any of that works. So I think that the child support system definitely needs to be tweaked a lot. It's like, you need to look at it for what it is and what it ain't. Like, bro, if she can afford this kid by herself, what's the point? What's the point? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't force them to be in a child's life. Like, if he can't afford child support but want to spend time with his daughter, and you can afford to take care of your daughter or son by themselves, what's the point? Like, who, like how is him getting his license suspended? How is him, you know what I'm saying, getting his voting rights revoked? How is him going to jail gonna help him be a better father? So all I'm saying is, I don't think it helps. I don't think it helps that much. I think the child support system needs to be tweaked a lot.
So we all understand why the child support system was put in, correct? We all understand why it was put in. It's to support the child. The child support system has been taken advantage of 100%. It has been taken advantage of 100%. I think I agree with Jody to a certain extent that it does need to be tweaked in certain areas. However, if a man or female, I'm not just going to put it on one side. If a man or female isn't taking care of that child, and plus they're making the money to take care of that child, they need to take care of that child. Period. That's just my firm belief. Should it be tweaked? Yes. Do I know how it should be tweaked? No. I'm not on child support, so I don't know. I don't know how that whole thing works. So I hate the fact that it's been taken advantage of. It really has been taken advantage of. It's been taken advantage of to a certain extent to make men and women. There's certain women that's on child support to look bad. You know what I'm saying? When in reality they do want to take care of their children, but they might not have the means to. I think a lot of mothers get very petty, and I think it's more so of a personal feeling versus the child needing to be taken care of. I think they take a lot of that stuff personal, and it's more so a getting back at the dad. So I think the child support system should still be in place. Should it be tweaked, like Jody said? Absolutely. How that gets tweaked, I don't know. But it's definitely been taken advantage of.
It's a case by case. It's a case by case.
It is. It is a case by case basis.
And one of the other things I think is stupid as hell is like, let's say like a woman, like here in the state of Florida, like they literally will tell a person, like if I got a baby with a chick and we together, and she's like, hey, I want to get food stamps. You literally have to go down and put me on child support so you can get any type of government assistance. I think that's the dumbest shit.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
How does that make sense? Like, so you got, even though we living together, or even in some states, I've heard some states where dudes were like, the moment she had the baby, all of a sudden I got hit by a letter from the court office saying I have to pay her child support. We've been together for 8 years. You know what I'm saying? We live together. We're just not married. So that some states force unmarried couples who have children, the dad to pay child support no matter what. And I think that's the craziest shit ever.
Well, okay, I want to speak on this from a couple of perspectives. Number one, I'm divorced. And there was a comment talking about child support is for unfit parents. I don't know where that person came up with that comment, but when I got divorced, I told the court system, the lawyers, everybody, I said, I'm divorcing my husband because he does not want to participate in being a husband and a father. He said he wanted to get married, begged me to get pregnant, and then I get pregnant and he's running the streets, can't keep a job, feels like he's lost his 20s now because he has twins and he's gone way back into adolescence. And I did not see this coming. And I tried to stay for 5 years. Let's work this out. But no, he won't go to therapy, nothing. He doesn't want to be a dad. He doesn't want to be a husband. So me putting him on child support isn't going to do anything. He's not going to pay it. I literally told him that. They said, it's the state of Texas. You have to do it. I said, put it at minimum wage. What's minimum wage? Make him pay that. It happened to be for 2 kids, $400 a month. Now, I'm a high school teacher. I'm gonna retire in January.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So at that point, when he was put on child support, I was paying $300 a month for the kids' health care. I was paying another $400 a month for childcare. I was paying $700 a month. All right. That's just the basics. We're not talking about food. We're not talking about clothing. We're not talking about field trips, all that other stuff. So I'm talking about, I'm paying $700 a month just for healthcare and childcare. Okay. So the idea that some of these men are paying so much, in some cases, they are not. In some cases, they're not even paying half of what it takes to take care of a kid. The other idea that it is abused, of course it is abused, but many people misrepresent that. They make it out like the welfare queens. They make it seem like everybody is a welfare queen, living the high life off of welfare. And they make it seem like everybody's a child support queen, living the high life off of child support. Neither one of those is true. Neither one of those is true. There are some people who abuse it, and there are some people who aren't getting even nearly enough, that aren't even getting nearly half of what it would take to raise those kids. And there are some people like me. My ex paid $2,000 in child support, mostly because they did put him in jail. And then he decided, I have a solution. I'm going to be a barber. I'm going to work only jobs where I get paid cash. They're not going to have any record of how much I'm getting paid. They're not even going to know because there's not going to be money being taken out of my account. Okay. So fast forward, I got divorced when they were 5. Fast forward to my kids turning 18. Now in Texas, of course, it doesn't go away. But when they were turning 18, they actually found my ex, who had been running all over the place. And his wages were garnished. This man reached out to me at about 2 months of his wages being garnished for $400 a month and said, can you stop this? Will you stop this? Now, keep in mind, I had been paying from 5 to 18, 13 years of not a dollar of child support, besides the $2,000 with 5 months of child support I got, and then nothing for 13 years. And I said to him, you've paid 2 months of child support. I've paid 13 years of taking care of these kids by myself. And you're going to ask me to stop it because they're garnishing your check now? I was like, I can't have this conversation with you. I can't. Listen to yourself. Are you serious? And he's like, they've added these fees and I owe $83,000 in child support. I would never pay that off. I said, I have nothing to do with that. You made your choices. And now they're pulling, I think they were pulling $500 out of his check a month because it was $400 plus fees. All right. I was like, again, that $500 is not what it costs to raise these kids. Not close to what it costs. Now, of course, I didn't have to pay child support then, but by that time, I'm helping them with gas. I'm helping them with, insurance for the car that they're driving. I mean, all kind of other stuff. So still, it was still in a certain high range. I wouldn't have a figure off the top of my head, but let's really be realistic, okay? So it kind of annoys me when people say that because many men get away by paying, by doing these cash jobs, by moving from state to state, by doing a lot of other things. They get away with paying nothing. And then they feel like the woman is taking away something from them by wanting this child support or letting it be in place. And like I said, had I had my way, it would have never been put in place because I knew he wasn't going to pay it. Now, fast forward to both my kids. Both my kids have children. And they have been in a situation where they were almost put on child support and they weren't. And, it's gone back and forth. But I've told my kids, I said, keep receipts of everything. Keep receipts of everything you pay for. Because if you ever get put on child support, one of the things you can do in Texas is to show how you have been supporting, how you have been paying for the medical, the clothes, the food, the whatever it is. I told my kids, keep receipts of everything. Everything you pay for that child, you have your folder, so if they ever get put on it, they have their documentation that they have been supporting that child, so that would be my advice on that. And he's right. In Texas, if a woman goes and files for certain things, they do push her to get child support put on the man. They don't require it all the time, but it is pushed, it is really, really pushed. So that is my personal experience with child support. And to this day, from the time my kids are 26 now, not another dollar of child support has been paid. So, and they say that if he files taxes, they're going to pull that money, but again, that's on him, that whatever happens. I have nothing to do with it. So that's my take on child support.
Coach.
Well, wow. Let me first say that I agree that it does need to be tweaked a little bit. I mean, I don't know exactly. Everything in our country, our government probably could use some improvement, and this is just another one of those things. But it's sad, but I agree with Miss Zen. Like, there's a lot of guys that will take advantage of what of their system, by, like she said, not having a regular job. by getting paid cash so they can flow under the radar. And I'll tell you what's worse. I'll tell you what's worse than a guy not paying no child support at all is a guy that can afford it, but it's only paying like $50 or $80 a month. Like,
Yeah.
like I know people that own businesses that's paying $80 a month. And so it's just unfortunate, but that's, you know, and it's humbling. I've been divorced before and I had to pay child support too. And I've been, you know, in that system and having to go up to the courthouse and go to court and do all these different things. And, you know, it's very humbling. But however, if you're not paying anything, it's going to add up. It's going to add up. That means you're not taking responsibility. Number one, you're not petitioning to the court, allowing them to see how much money you're making or that you need to make a change in the system. I mean, in the change and the amount that you're paying or you can't pay, or you're not doing anything at all. You know, at the very least, file taxes if you can and let them take your refund. You know, I know people all the time that come in there and they be like, oh, I ain't filing. I don't want them to get it. Like, it's not going to go away. If you don't file, you're not going to get the money. If you do file, you're not going to get the money. So you might as well file and let it chip at that bill for sure. So, but it is definitely an unfortunate system in place. And I feel like it does do some damage to a certain degree, but I mean, let's be real. Some of the guys are just not, if they can get out of paying, they're going to lie about how much money they're making or what they can do or any of those things. And so how can you govern that? How can you govern that? How can you govern and decide how much money, you know, you should be paying? I do know that in Florida, you know, you can, you know, get joint custody. So that's a start. So how the system works in Florida is that, and this is all parents, they changed it a while back. All parents have the right to have joint custody. So you can do that. And then based on how much income the people are making, they'll dictate how much child support it is. So you have to come up with a plan of 50-50, you know, raising the kids 50% with one parent and 50% with the other. And then based on the income and insurance and stuff like that, who is able to pay? And so sometimes you might only have to pay like $100, $200, or $300 a month in addition to having the joint custody. And so I know that it seems they're trying to make it fair in some cases, but, you know, again, it still hurts because when you only making a certain amount of money and then it comes out of your check and you can barely survive at your own place, you know, some guys, they're not motivated. Like, you know, I'm getting hit with all this child support. You pay for that. When some of the school functions come up, you pay for that. When the kid needs, you know, the hair done, you know, black kids, you know, sometimes they need their hair done. They need haircuts, and the girls need looking nice, and that stuff costs money too. And so they're like, you take care of that. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have two people that know how to communicate first. Two people that know how to communicate and try to work together. And then from then on, you're going to have to really get out there. And my advice, what I did personally, because I knew that I was going to have to pay child support. So I went out and made the money. I made the money to make sure that I can offset whatever bills I needed and take care of the child support and everything that I needed. And so obviously everybody ain't in the position to do that, but you got to have a plan too. That's a tough one though, man. It's touchy too, because I've been in that situation. I never had my license suspended, never, but I seen that letter. I've gotten that letter, and I went straight to the courthouse. If you go down there if you just send into the jail, if them guys out there, whoever listening, if you see that letter, man, you go down there and talk to the judge, and they'll extend it. They'll extend it for you. And if you go to court, you just plead your case, and they'll be like, okay, when can you pay? Be like, Judge, I can pay in 3 months, I get my income tax check or whatever the case is. I get some money. You go out there, but don't just ignore the letters and stuff. I'm telling you.
Coach A said he would have made a way. I said that boy was on the corner.
For real. My lasting thought on this. Hold on, before you say something, Jordan. My lasting thought on this to anybody that's watching this, so we just spoke about child support. Man, listen. I was told with any decision comes with a consequence, whether it's good or bad. If you decided to lay down with somebody, have that good time, and a baby is presented, which is the consequence of you having that good time, Jody. But take care of your responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Take care of your responsibilities. Child support might not even be the question in your whole situation if you just take care of your responsibilities. Take care of these children that y'all are having. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why it was put into place, because there's people not taking care of their children after having them.
Amen.
Take care of your responsibilities if you're going to decide to lay down, have a good time, and this happens. Take care of your responsibilities.
Hey, and B, I think they should know too that it goes on your credit. It goes on everything. When you go try to get a house or a car or something, they're gonna look and be like, "Man, you ain't even taking care of your kids. How we gonna give you a loan?" Well, I'm telling you, man.
Any Negro avoiding child support ain't trying to get a house. And he gonna get messed over. What you mean you want a Hellcat and you ain't paying your child support? Nah, bro, that ain't how that works.
Right. That job show up on your credit. So take care of your kids.
But listen though, in lieu of Uncle Pudge, I got a story.
Shout out to Uncle Pudge, man. We miss Uncle Pudge this morning. Shout out to Uncle Pudge.
I got a story right quick. So I remember a couple years ago, right? One of my homegirls at work, she was telling me, she was like, "Bro, I got a story to tell you." I said, "What's good?" She's like, "So her sister's boyfriend was like, oh, I got this idea. Let me claim your kids on my taxes, right? And he gonna get this fat ass tax check, blah, blah, blah." Which he did. He claimed her kid, his kid, and some other kid, right? And they were supposed to all break this money up and stuff. And he got back, like, I don't know what he did. I'm pretty sure it was something illegal, okay? He got back like 15 stacks on his taxes, right? And then after like 3 days before his taxes were supposed to drop, everybody already done pre-spent the money in their head. Good buddy got a letter from his baby mama that said that whole tax check will be given to your baby mama. But we appreciate you for being caught up. This check was like 15 and some change. He owed like 14.8 and some change. You know what I'm saying? So he got back like a $1,100 tax return. After this woman, 2 kids, and somebody else kid. I'm sitting there looking like, boy, I'm talking about, I can imagine. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably like, boy, you owe me money. I was just like, man, that had to be the most heartbreaking thing I've ever seen in my life. And she was like, bro, I'm trying not to laugh at my sister, but at the same time, I laughed in the car. I laughed in the car. And B, I'm to a place in my life, brother, where, ladies, let me tell y'all something. You get pregnant by me, I'm shooting for full custody because I don't want to give you shit. I'm gonna be the opposite of that. I'm gonna be that all. I want full custody. You can stop by and visit, do a little coochie and bounce. I want full custody.
Yeah, Jared, wow.
On your guy, I bet you he rather owe them people than owe child support. He probably happy about that.
You know what? At this point, it sounds like I got y'all ass. I get off this child support right quick.
Exactly.
Wow. Well, I don't think we really too much disagreed on that, but anybody laying up with Jody, you better be ready for a fight. So
hey, be prepared to be a dead man.
Jody, them court fees is expensive, right?
It is. You know what? I'm out of here. I gotta go. I gotta hit the road, man. I love you guys. Keep it up.
Love you, Coach. We'll talk to you later, bro.
Peace. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, B. I'd rather pay the court than pay child support. I'm not, baby. I ain't paying because like I've seen stuff, bro. I've heard so many stories. Like woman up my child support so she could pay for her boyfriend lawyer. I was like, but you
that's where it's being taken advantage of. You know what I mean?
Bro, you got to fight me with all that commotion.
And you know what's bad about this? And I just thought about this when the child support system being taken advantage of, you're sitting here trying to get money out of somebody, but once you're getting that money out of somebody, you're not taking care of your child. So you're no better than the person you're taking money from.
Right. So that's why I always like,
you know what I mean?
Like if you asking for child support, what are you, not to be contradictory, but what are you bringing to the table for this child? Because it's like, how are you asking me for $1,000, $1,500 a month in child support? It's like, what are you bringing to the table? Because at this point, I've seen cases where like, if I'm paying for the insurance, I got the better job, I'm paying for the insurance, I'm paying for the daycare. Like, how the hell are you asking me for child support? At this point, I'm taking care of the child. They just sleeping at your house. They you know what I'm saying? They plan spend the night. So it's just like, I don't be understanding. Now, to Ms. point, right? It's like, for that dude, he's just a dumbass. Because it's like, bruh, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, what exactly did you think was gonna happen when you didn't pay your child support? Like, I don't get the mind of individuals. It's like once you are put on child support, until that child has hit a certain age and your debt is clear, you're going to owe this shit, bro. You're going to owe this shit. It doesn't go away. I've seen cases where a dude thought when his baby mama passed away that he was gonna stop paying child support, and I'm just like, you do realize her parents took the child, and now you got to pay them child support, right? Like, I don't understand why you thought this was gonna stop. That's not how this happens. So it's just like for him, Zen, your baby daddy was an ex-husband. He was an idiot, straight up idiot. Like, I don't understand what you thought was gonna happen when you stopped paying child support. Like, I'm gonna get a cash job, avoid child support. Is that you gonna work a cash job? So you're gonna be a barber till you die? You ain't never paycheck. You ain't never gonna get a W-2 till you die. Like, did you think this out? Like, my brother, did you put this in your 5-year plan? No, you did not. No, you did not. You did not put this in your 5-year plan. You were so busy trying to avoid child support that it was just like, oh, I ain't gonna worry about it. And it was just like, now all of a sudden, he's like, oh, I'm gonna pay $83,000. Like, bruh, I don't know. I'm like you. I don't know what you want me to tell you.
Yeah, I mean, and it was such a. I almost felt like I was being pranked or something. Like, how does somebody call you up after 13 years to talk about child support, and their question is, "Oh, it's been 2 months. I just can't handle it." I've been doing this 13 years. What are you talking about? And again, you said what they bring to the table. Raising kids is expensive. I mean, kids have injuries. There's hospital bills. There's doctor's visits. Even if you have insurance, that does not cover everything. So I have no idea how much I paid raising my kids, but I guarantee you it was a whole lot more than that $400 a month that he was being charged for child support. So it's ridiculous.
Tennessee,
it's ridiculous the way some people, I don't know what they don't understand about children. Children are wonderful, but children are expensive. Yes. They are expensive. And everything they do costs, from getting new shoes to dental visits to braces if you got to put those on, eyeglasses, everything. Just like when you do it for yourself, it costs. When you do it for a child, it costs. Somehow it seems like people think that this stuff is free because it's a child. It's not free. No. So that's another thing I don't understand. It's like some men, when they complain, now these are the same men that would want to go and spend $200-$300 on a video game, or $200-$300 on a pair of shoes, but they can't spend $200 or $300 for their children. And that's where I get offended. It's like, you can do all of this stuff for yourself. You can buy yourself a nice watch that costs $upteen, whatever.
Or a gun.
Hey. Yeah.
Well, you know what? Both of y'all about to get muted. Okay, because I did pay $169 for that Modern Warfare Platinum Pack. I sure did. like yes, I did. I
But
have
you're
no
different. No, you're different because you take care of yourself. You know what I mean?
But that's the whole point. It's called being a responsible adult. It's like you have to prioritize that child. So I 100% get what she's saying. It's like your priorities are so thrown off. And it's not just, I'm not gonna make it a man or woman thing. It is a irresponsible adult thing, because there's a lot of women out there that get that child support money and don't do shit with it, but like mess it up, right? Because I seen another case where the dude was in Texas, right? And the dude, the lady was like, he's paying me $2,600 a month in child support, and the judge was like, so why are we here? Like, y'all have 2 kids, he's paying $2,600 a month because dude, he made that bank. And she's like, well, I want a new place, and my mortgage payment is a little bit more than what I'm paying for rent, so I need more child support so I can afford to live. And the judge was like, well, what the hell are you doing? Well, I've let my sister come live with me, so she gives me rent money. I don't work because I don't have to.
That's another advantage.
And so what the judge did? The judge was like, here's the thing, right? I don't know the legal term. I think the judge was like, here's the thing, what we're gonna do, okay? The judge told the lady, we're going to put that money in, is it an escrow? I think an escrow account. Mm-hmm. So now he's gonna put that child support in escrow. And until you get a job, right, making an X amount of dollars, he's not gonna give you shit. And when that money, when you finally start getting a job, the money is gonna go into an account for the kids. Like the kids, because like one of the kids was like 16 going into college. So the judge was like, we'll take that escrow money and put it into his college fund, right? But we're not giving you shit until you get a job, because that's not fair to the husband, right? And so that was one of the cases where I seen that that's fair, right? And I've seen cases where it was a woman, you know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, I paid my child support on time. And the dude was like, bro, she's doing real estate. She's selling hella houses. And she's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And so the dude reached in his briefcase, right? And he pulled out his iPad. And he's like, Your Honor, she's selling houses. And so he's going through her social media, and all you seeing is sold. And she was like, well, are you selling these condos and plots and houses? Yeah, but he's like, okay, we finna pull up your income. Like, I need your bank statements. And so after looking at her shit, the judge is like, this man finna get another $1,300 a month about you because you making the money. You know what I'm saying? He's taking care of your kid. You're making the money. We're going to give him more money. So that's what I'm saying. The system needs to be tweaked. You need to start looking into these people's lives, because like you said, you are hiding income. And you know what? It don't matter. And in certain places I've seen, like, here's the thing. This is your child support, and that's fact. That's it. Like I don't give a damn what you making. I don't give a damn what you got going on. This is your payment. You need to make it happen. You know what I'm saying? I've seen it where like my homeboy got hit with like $800 a month. Like, y'all got 2 kids, you're gonna pay her $800 a month. Facts, flat, done, no more discussion. However you get this $800 a month, you put it in this account, it goes to her, and that's it. We're not gonna look at your wages. We've given you a number, and that's it. And I think I think everything needs to be a case by case basis. That's good in some cases, and that's not good, because you can't be out here on some I make millions of dollars thinking you finna pay $800 a month. Nah. Or you could put one of future baby mamas, I need $50,000 a month. For real? You need $50,000 a month. And then turn around, and the crazy part about it is he was giving her like 10, right? And then she took him to court for 50, and then she only left with 5. I say, see, that's what you get for being stupid. Playing stupid games when you stupid prizes.
So like, here's another case. Here's another case with Cuzzo talking about, you know what I'm saying? In certain cases, like Cuzzo's, he don't even want the money. You know what I'm saying? It's more so about him taking care of his son. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's parents out there don't even want the money. If you don't want to take care of your child or be in your child's life, that's cool. Don't pay me nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't be trying to creep around later on in life when things going great. You know what I'm saying? So it's people in the situations like this that they don't even want money. But what I also wanted to say, what you were saying, Jody, when you was talking about a lady in court, There's people out here that's taking advantage of this where they want the man or woman to take care of them too. No, baby, we're not taking care of you. We're taking care of that child. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I just moved my cousin in or my sister in. So no, we're not taking care of that sister.
No,
we're not taking care.
The sister moved in to pay her rent. So basically what she was doing was, I have this place, I have this new condo, and my sister's giving me money. So I want more money from the dad so I can afford to live a certain lifestyle. And that's when the judge was like, nah, bruh. Nah.
Right. No, we're not doing that. That has nothing to do with that child. That has nothing to do with that child. And that's where the system is being taken advantage of. And I commend that judge. I'm glad that judge did that. You know what I'm saying? Because we're supposed to be taking care of these children. We're not taking care of grown people. Grown people need to take care of their own grown people.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people in the back.
Grown people need to take care of themselves. Amen. Adults need to take, because y'all was adults when y'all laid up and had that baby. You was doing an adult act. So you need to be grown and take care of your responsibilities.
But something like Miss Zen said, some people don't have that responsibility. You got dudes out there that would rather buy Jordans, watches, chains, you know what I'm saying, video games, you know what I'm saying, instead of paying child support. And to me, that's just you know what? If now that's the idiot. You end up in jail because you want to go buy some $300 13s instead of paying. Because it's dudes out there that are literally going to jail for $260 a month, my guy. Mm-hmm. No, what was it? It was $240. No, six. Yeah, his payment was $60 a week. It was $240. You went to jail over $240.
But you got the Jordans. But you got the newest iPhone, the newest Android.
And literally, bro, I'm gonna tell you, like I said, I watch these dumb videos, bro, and it's just like, bruh. Not also did he like his baby mama was like, he went and bought Jordans that cost $225. And right? Hey, and he said. He was like, they ain't got nothing to do with anything. And the judge was like, sir, can you step from behind the counter right quick, please? Dude had him on in court, bro. I was like, come on, bro.
Looking good. Y'all better be like, Cuzzo, y'all can have them Nikes and Jordans, but do it in the clearance section. Do it in the clearance section.
Them clearance shoes be size 18.
Don't
be size 9. It's like, I like shoes bigger than Shaq. So I like,
go to Ross. Go to Ross and Burlington and grab them Nikes.
Hey, while you playing, you want them new LeBrons? If you got to shoot 15 shoe size, you can get them new LeBrons for $7. Exactly. It's all about priorities, man. People don't have their priorities straight. You know what I'm saying? And child support is just another area they lack in, because it's the same thing. I see people who can't maintain an $80 phone bill. I see people who can't maintain $120 car insurance. It's like, I wouldn't expect that person to maintain child support. And at the end of the day, I've always said this, no matter how you do it, right? If you're going to lay down with a person, you need to be at least understand that person enough to know, would this person make a good parent? I don't care how much you can be using bulletproof condoms with Plan B and birth control. Miracles happen. Ryan having a Jesus baby. Okay, Things happen. So you know what I'm saying. This dude might have super sperm, and she might have the ultimate catcher egg. Then next thing you know, y'all got a baby. So at the end of the day, you need to be careful who you choose to lay with, because like Denzel Washington said, that person's mind and heart is gonna be what's raised your child, nothing else. So if this dude got 3 other kids he don't take care of, why are you messing with him? If you meet this girl and y'all out here buying loud packs and going to Applebee's and Texas Roadhouse off of child support that she getting from her other baby daddy, why would you want to mess with that? Like, be mindful of who you dealing with to avoid that whole situation.
There's consequences to every decision, good or bad,
bruh.
And that's it on my part. That's it on my part.
Ms. Zen, you got anything else?
Not on child support. I think we done covered everything.
Yeah, we don't hit every.
I think we have covered everything that I could think of.
Matter of fact, I just want to go on the record and say, so I think in California there is such thing as like pet support too.
They do have they do, and I just read on something about it a couple weeks ago. Somewhere out in California, they have pet support. They have people out here. They have human beings out here fighting over animals and putting them on child support for animals. Yes, it's a thing.
That's the first I've heard of that. That is,
it's a thing.
I don't know what to say. I don't want to offend any pet parents. I'm gonna just be quiet on that one.
We love our pet parents, we do, but for those out there fighting over pets, let's not fight over pets. If
damn, man, I'm fighting over my Fluffy. Nope, I want split custody. We're gonna split this vet bill. We're gonna split this vet bill on game, cause nope. We bought this dog together. We're gonna end this dog together. Nope, I want split custody. You ain't just go, cause I seen that, bro. I seen the chick, like they had a dog and they had a dog for like 6 years, right? And the girlfriend broke up with the dude, and she's just like, you can't have anything to do with the dog. And he's like, just hold up, because for the last 6 years, you know what I'm saying, I've been dealing with this animal. Now you just snatch him away from me, and dude took her to court. And the judge was like, no, y'all split custody of the damn dog, and you're gonna split custody and split the vet bills, like, you know, and that's that. And she wasn't buying it, right? And freaking the judge told her, like, straight up, like, listen, if you come over to get the dog and you don't let him, and he calls the police with a court order that's saying you have to let him get the dog, and you don't open that door, the police will arrest you and take you to real jail. Like, this is a real thing. So
that's
stop playing.
That's why we're not fighting over pets, Jody. That's why we're not. Hey, I'm shout out to Jessie. She ain't spending a dime on herself, but she didn't get in that Lamborghini.
No, that's my boy.
Oh,
I just won't spend shit on myself, but for Christmas I got it. Yeah, he did. He definitely did.
Hey, shout out. No, these kids spoil them kids. Spoil them kids. I'm down with you, brother. Spoil them kids.
No. The hell with them kids sometimes, because them little ungrateful bastards. My nephew, let me tell you about this fool. This fool hit me with right before Christmas time. He was like, you know, I know, like, we just went through the pandemic. So honestly, for my Christmas list, I'm gonna keep it short. I don't want much. And I was like a little touched. I'm like, oh, okay, well, what's up? What is it that you're doing? I just want a PS5 and a new Call of Duty. I told him, get the hell out of my face. Get out my face.
That is expensive, boy.
That boy said, I don't want much, just the PS5. I said,
the thing's expensive.
Them kids reckless sometimes.
They is. But listen, man, we touch base on a lot of things today. We understand what needs to be done in society to help it be a little bit better. Like I stated earlier, this show is kind of weird because we usually don't agree to everything. So I think we just made some progress, Jody. Because
I think we just some agreeable topic. I'll find something next week we can argue over.
Yeah, we found something next week that we can argue about.
Hey,
this was very weird.
We had company today. So
yeah, we acted we was on our best behavior today. We had company.
We was on our best behavior today.
Because when nobody cutting up.
Hey, when she leave, I'm gonna cuss Coach A out in the chat over something stupid.
We was on our best behavior today.
Kelly said Jimmy wasn't on today.
Jimmy wasn't on today. He wasn't. But I'm not gonna put all of it on our brother Jimbo. And sometimes Jody be saying some stuff out his mouth too.
Miss Zen, it'd be me, Coach A, and Jimmy. You want to see an argument happen? I tell you what, you come back when we all three on, and I find something else to argue over.
Miss Zen, you might not want to stay on for the show. You can't get a word in. You can't get a word in. You got to pause them and take them off the screen in order to talk. But
and he's showing up, dude. He's showing them kick us off the screen. That's day you know you be sitting backstage like, ain't this something?
Yeah. See, Miss Carolyn, no, Jimmy definitely go left a lot. He do, but that's my brother. That's my brother. That's my brother. We know Jimbo. Shout out to Not Your Average Chef Jimbo. Shout out to Nick and Nate, Uncle Pudge. Shout out to Coach A. Congratulations on his daughter graduating today. Shout out to Cree, our first lady as well. Hopefully we all be back. I don't think we got nothing on the schedule. I think we all be back next week, I believe.
Well, we got a meeting tomorrow at 6:30. I know that for a fact.
Yeah, we got a meeting tomorrow, so we'll find out. But Ms. Zen, we appreciate you big time coming on. Do you want to go ahead and plug your podcast, plug your book as well? I want to see the name of that book as well. Go ahead and plug that in real quick.
So my podcast is called Zenergy, ZENNURGY. It's on like 20 different streaming platforms: Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. So you can just type in the Zenergy podcast. So the title basically means the urge for more peace and fulfillment in life. I have 2 books on Amazon. The first one is a guided journal. It's called Zenergize Your Life, and it's short. So it's only 29 pages. So every page is a different topic. It has journal prompts in there, different activities for you to reflect or write goals, affirmations, food for thought, all kind of things. And the other book is called Plenty of Guppies and Other Dating Misadventures. And at the bottom, it says Lust, Loss, and Lessons of Love from 101 Dates, a memoir and poetry and prose. So I actually, in the last 7 years, I went on 147 dates. 101 are in the book.
Oh.
And, yeah. And everybody has a nickname, so I didn't put anybody's business out there, but I had some really great experiences and some really crazy experiences. And I learned a lot. So every chapter, it starts off with a timeline. There are pictures in here. But every time you see a fish, that's actually a guy. So Plenty of Guppies is on the idea of plenty of fish. They say that there's plenty of fish in the sea, but for me, it's been Plenty of Guppies because guppies are the fish you kind of throw back. Damn. And then every time you see the pins, those are poems.
Okay.
So there's actually 92 poems in the book, and every chapter ends with a lesson because I learned a lot over the last 7 years. So there's like a little light bulb that you see. So every chapter ends with a lesson. And then when you get to the end of the book, it has the 26 lessons because every chapter is like a letter of the alphabet. It's like the A to Z of my life. So it starts with like attitude is the first chapter. Boldness is the second chapter. Caution is the third chapter. And then when you get to the end, it has all 26 lessons at the end. So you could have, all of them at the end. So it covers like a lot of different things. So like those are the lessons at the end. So you can see. Yeah.
That's what's up.
I love that.
That's what's up.
What'd you say?
I'm gonna start using that guppy term. Like, girl, you a guppy. Get your ass away from me.
Yeah. Don't give him no ideas, please, Miss Zen. Don't give him no.
I'm finna start me a book. First letter A, audacity. Did you try?
He said audacity. Y'all be waiting on that book for Jody, man. That'll be a book I'll definitely read. But listen, hey man, we appreciate everybody that jumped through it and pulled up on us in the comments. We had Cuzzo stop by. We had Miss CJ stop by, one of our faithfuls as well. Who else we had? We had
Jerica coming through. My boy Jesse coming through with the spending too much money on his kids because
Yeah, Jesse came through this morning. I think that was it. But we appreciate everybody. Let me go ahead and plug in all our podcasts. Of course, you got the Family Talk, Family Barbecue on Saturdays. Sundays, we got the End Game, our brand new podcast when we talking all sports and all sports news. Then, of course, you got the after hour show of Real Talk Tuesdays where it really go down, where they talk about everything. When I say everything, they talk about everything. And then you got Impact Podcast on Fridays. Jody is on all of these podcasts, by the way. Shout out to Jody too, man. Jody told me today he on tour, man. If y'all ain't seen Jody on some of the previous podcasts that he's been jumping on, go check him out.
I've been on some of everybody's stuff, man. I be hyping on, trying to put on. I'm trying to get our likes and our shares up. I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? Miss Zen, she came through and blessed us on Tuesday, man. Like I told her, thank you so much for coming through, blessing us on Tuesdays with some word. You know what I'm saying? Because we get on Tuesday and we kind of act up, so we need some adults to kind of even us out a little bit because we'll go left real quick.
Miss Zen, they do be acting up. Mike don't tell y'all behind the scenes we be talking to them about that show, but they do be acting up. But we love it. It's a big part of this podcast, or a big part of our Family Tree Hill Productions. But that's it, man. We want everybody to have a great weekend. We will tune in with y'all on the end game on Sunday. Again, Ms. Zen, thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Thank you.
Everybody that was in the comment, we appreciate y'all being in the comments. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. We love you, and we'll see y'all in game on Sunday. It's your boy, the CEO, Jody Hendricks, Mr. I Don't Get Tired, Coach A. We love y'all. We see y'all later.